What it do, Niner fam? Yeah, we already worried about the offseason. We already looking at draft picks already. I ain't really worried about them other games that's happening. I ain't really even worried about that. The NFC Championship, Super Bowl, I don't care. Anyway, says the 49ers are currently projected to have 7 picks in the 2026 NFL Draft. And we got a first round pick. Good first round pick. Remember, you haven't even seen what Mikael Williams could do. He was holding it down for a minute, and then he got injured. But we haven't seen. He's coming back. We still got hitters. I'm telling you, it's gonna be nice. We got a second round pick, a third round pick. Look at the fourth round picks though. The comps: fourth, and a fifth. Remember, we picked some of our best picks in the later rounds. Where you think a kid will come from? Where you think Malik Mustafa come from? These are late round picks that are like gems. I think it's when you get that high pick, that Trey Lance pick, that we fumble on. See, stuff like that. See, we fumbles on those. Now, you can't fumble with a Bosa. You can't fumble with him because he got his family, it's in his genetics. But, Trey Lance, you can fumble on that crap. That's another story. Yeah? Because Fred Warner wasn't the first round pick. And so we got, it's gonna work out nicely. It's gonna work out nicely. They gonna piece. That's why I don't understand when people say, "Oh, get rid of Lynch, get rid of Shanahan." Are you dumb? How dumb? Put it this way: when people talk about getting rid of Lynch and Shanahan, look at the Ravens. Oh, okay, you get rid of Harbaugh, no problem. He had a job in 2 days. In 2 days. See, don't let that come back to haunt you. Remember, we wanted when the Niners wanted to get rid of our Harbaugh. All right, get rid of Harbaugh. We lost the Super Bowl. Get rid of Harbaugh. How did that work out for us? Don't be too quick. All right, we lost the playoff. We lost a playoff game. You got to remember, Mike Tomlin went through 9 years and didn't win a playoff game. 9 years and didn't win no playoff game and tried to save his career by bringing on Aaron Rodgers. So in 9 years, they had to get rid of him. You didn't do nothing, and he had superstars on the team. Look. The Steelers had superstars. You got T.J. Watt, Cam Hayward. You traded Mika Fitzpatrick, a Pro Bowler, for Jalen Ramsey. You got DK Metcalf. You went and got Aaron Rodgers. You got all these hitters and still couldn't make the playoffs. And then they fire him. Okay? So, beat Niners, be careful what you ask. That's why I'm like, I'm not getting rid of no Lynch and Shanahan. No. They need to get a couple of rings because a couple of rings were stolen from them. Now, that's how that goes. So I'm not quick to, we lost, we won, we beat the Eagles, the Super Bowl champs, you know what I'm saying, from the year before. And then this year, we decimated with injuries and we got to go play. Nah, I'm not finna get rid of no Shanahan and Lynch. Let them do what they supposed to do, because if it was up to the Niner fans, we was going to get that defensive end from the Bengals. Remember, Niner fans wanted to give up our first round pick and give up a whole bunch of stuff for that guy for the Bengals, that defensive end from the Bengals, and he got injured. He was injured for the season. Now imagine if he came to the Niners. Look at what the Niner fans wanted. Niner fans wanted to give up a couple of picks to get a defensive end because we didn't have no pass rush. Okay, say we go get dude, right? We go get him. It's only for 1 year because the next year he a free agent, and then you got to pay him the most. So now we say, okay, we go get the guy. We give up the first, second, and third pick. Okay, we give that up. We give it up. We go get him. He gets injured for the season. Now, we ain't got no first, second, and third pick. He a free agent, which means he walking, or you got to give him $30 million a year. He not taking no 1 year, so you got to give him like 4 or 5 years. Now, this is what Niner fans wanted. See, what did Lynch do? Nah, I'm good. Nah, we'll wait. We'll wait. We'll work with what we got. And as much as people didn't want to do it, as much as it wasn't popular, it really worked out. It did. It really worked out. Now, you got to remember, the Bengals paid that dude over there. They paid him, gang him, 100 and something million, whatever it is, and he got injured for the season. Well, they really wasn't going nowhere. But this is what they wanted, the Niner fans. That's why I say, when y'all want to get rid of Lynch and Shanahan, be careful, man. Be careful what you be asking for. Because yeah, these are actually good times. Yeah, at the end of the season, we got to hear the crap from all the people. And most of these people on A team ain't did shit. So we can listen to that all day. But be careful when you want to get rid of people that they want, that they teams would want. You telling me right now, the Raiders talked about, it was Raiders talking about that, oh, you guys lost. Oh, where's your bang bang? Where you lost? And then imagine if we got rid of Lynch and Shanahan. You don't think that they would be begging, crawling to try to get a Shanahan? Are you insane? Do you know what they would do to try to get Shanahan? But they would talk about, if we got him, they talk about him. That's what, if you watched when we got rid of Greenlaw, Debo, Talanoa Hufanga, we got rid of a lot of players. They were picked up instantly. They said it was the first time, and they were all picked up and was given big contracts. They said that's the first time a team has let go of players and they've made that much money. Because usually you let go of a player and it's like, teams will wait to try to pick him up because it'll be cheaper on the market. Not the Niners. They picked him up instantly. As soon as we start getting rid of people, they picked him up instantly. You don't think that they would do that with our coaches? Come on, man. That's why I say, nah, I'll wait. I'll wait. You got to remember, yeah, we want to go to the Super Bowl. We want to win the Super Bowl. But on the road to the Super Bowl, yeah, you want to win some games. You want to win some games. You know, it ain't as easy as what you think it is. You go ask what's his name? Reed from with the Chiefs, the Kansas City Chiefs. You got to remember, he was with the Eagles. They was getting all the way up there and they just couldn't do it. They just couldn't do it. Kept getting all the way up there and just couldn't do it. Couldn't do it. I'm saying he ended up leaving. What you think they left him on the back burner? No, put him right over there with Kansas City. So, when you get these, look at a bunch of coaches has changed. Look right now. Go look at the coaches that's getting jobs right now. So when you're an organization and you let somebody go, be careful. You better have something in place. You better have something or someone in place that's going to be, because if you said, okay, well, the Niners had all injuries, it was all bad, but we still got to the playoffs, won a playoff game. If we're going to bring somebody in, you got to say, okay, I want his coaching staff to be just as good. It got to be better. We know what this looks like. We know what winning a playoff game with all our starters out. We know what that looks like. So we need to get somebody in there who's going to win a game more than what Shanahan and Lynch did. You got to have more, which means you got to get further. You got to win a Super Bowl. And you got to make sure that whoever will coach and whatever it is, got to do exactly the same thing with the injuries and everything else. See, because you got to remember, if he's not, these two are not there, Saleh wouldn't even be around. Why? Why would he be? Why would Saleh want to be around that? Anybody else? See, he comfortable with the Niners. Saleh comfortable with the Niners, you know what I'm saying? Now, he didn't been offered other jobs, so I'm not sure what's up with Saleh. I'm not sure what's up with him. So, I mean, money talks. He might want to be a head coach and, money talks. I say, stay another year and get everybody back. Add to that with what we got, and let's just hit the ground running. But, I'm just a regular fan. Let me know what y'all think, man. Leave it in the comments. Peace. I'm out of here.